Hey, I hope everybody's having a good weekend. Had a good weekend. Mine was long, drawn out, and had a bit of a family emergency this weekend, so did not get to make any videos. But man, what a heck of a weekend we had, going all the way back to the go home show on Friday for SmackDown. Wrestlemania 41, guys. What'd you think? Leave your opinions down below, man. I'd love to read some of these. Hey, we had some decent matches. We also had some flops. It seemed like the multi-man matches were all decent. Didn't mind so much the women's title triple threat was actually okay. And Superman, I jumped up and celebrated when EO won. I'm super happy with the way that ended. That was probably one of my favorite matches and endings of the night, of all of WrestleMania, in fact. The four-way for the IC belt that Dom won, that was another banger. And again, super excited for how that ended. I liked it. I have no gripes about that. The men's triple threat with Punk and Seth and Roman, that went down kind of the way I predicted, but I didn't really care for it too much because of it was kind of it was really dull. And then we had this finish, festive, I don't know what this, everybody's finisher just started popping off there at the end, and right before Heyman got involved. I didn't really care for that too much. I did not really care for the Gunther Jey Uso match because of how it ended, honestly. But I also didn't like the way any of that match went. They had Jey doing all of Gunther's moves and then had him choke him out at the end and tap out. Like, what the heck was that? Like, what? You've already destroyed Gunther's character, and then you did that to add on. And it was just that just drove me crazy. I was not a fan of that match at all. One of the matches that I thought I was going to be excited about, or at least not excited, I wasn't excited about any of these matches. The surprise match was the Drew McIntyre Priest match. That ended up being a snoozer. I don't know how many times I was fighting sleep on that one. That was not a good match. And you even had weapons involved. Like, you explain that to me. And, because I don't have anything against... Look, you all know how I feel about Drew McIntyre. The Logan Paul AJ Styles match was a decent match. That was probably one of the better single matches. Again. And then like I said, there were so many head scratchers. There were so many, WTFs that I'm just like, I'm glad the New Day won, only because the other guys, whatever their name is, didn't exist. Forgot what their name was because they're never there and nobody knows who they are. So I'm glad the New Day won. I'm happy with the way Day 1. Day 1, Saturday, was not great at all. But I like the way it kind of ended, because now at least it's a story. I may not like the story. But I don't care. There's a story to be told. There's something there, and that's how it ended, and I'm okay with that. But Triple H sure had to come out at the beginning and show his face and do his thing, because he's all about Triple H, dude. Triple trash. Night 2. The matches were a little bit better, in my opinion. Again, but I'm going to tell you right now, the worst match of the night was the main event. Cody and Cena, that match sucked. I mean, it sucked. There was nothing good about that match. Nothing. And then, because here I am thinking about last year. Remember, I predicted that Flair might show up and fake like he's going to help out Cody and end up helping Cena. Didn't happen. Stone Cold coming out was honestly the thing of the night, with him running over, him hitting the wall and knocking the lady down. That lady and her grandkids are going to sit front row at every WWE event forever moving forward. So we'll see how that goes, but that was funny. But so we knew Stone Cold wasn't going to come out in the main event because he did that. That was his segment. But most importantly, you had Travis Scott show up here in the main event. You had no Rock. As soon as I saw Travis Scott, I was like, all right, The Rock got to be behind him. Rock never came out. Rock was not there. So, and I kind of feel sorry for Triple H because I kind of do feel like Rock kind of screws him over by being there, not being there, and blah, 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 blah. You know, I mean, I don't know. Really kind of shocked Rock wasn't there. Rock doesn't miss an opportunity to show his face because his ego is through the roof too. I'm not going to talk trash about Rock like I do about Triple H because I am a huge Rock fan, always was. I don't like Dwayne Johnson, but I love The Rock, if that makes any sense. Anyway, so yeah, I mean the Mania was it was decent. I mean it sucked, but it was doable because the matches were okay. The majority of them were It gave us a story, a reset going forward. And then you had last night, Monday night. Monday night you had, everything kind of reset. This new feud, right? This new faction that's happening right now with Seth Rollins. Now you brought in Braun Breaker, which is going to be a Heyman guy. That's exciting. I heard a rumor that Scott Steiner's son is coming in. That'll make it even more interesting. Can't wait to see how that turns out. And then Becky Lynch going heel, beating up Lyra. Thought that was great. Laughed that whole segment. What else? I thought Sammy Uso was going to turn on Jay. I kept waiting for that last night as that segment was happening. Every time he turned his back to Sammy, I just kept waiting and was hoping. But it didn't happen. And then Jimmy came out, and I was like, all right, here comes Jealous Brother. Jealous Brother will certainly turn on Jay. He didn't do that either. That still may happen. We'll see. But I firmly believe that Seth Rollins is going to go after Jay, and I don't think he's going to be carrying that title long at all. I think Seth Rollins is going to come back and get his title back. So Jey Uso, kiss that title goodbye you just got. That's going back to Seth Rollins. And there ain't nothing you can do about it because now he's got an army behind him. And he's got Braun Breaker, and he's ordering him around like a dog. Literally. I mean, he was just barking orders at him last night from the ring. And he was just doing it. So Seth's dangerous. Seth's more dangerous now, and having the Wise Man with him than he's ever been before. I'm excited about the storyline. I can't wait to see where it goes. I am on board with the storyline. I really hope they don't mess it up. But I really like where it's going. A lot of people are kind of predicting new members to this group. A lot of people are trying to add people. I think that I don't agree with any names I've heard, but I believe it needs to be Logan Paul. I think Logan Paul needs to be there. I've been saying this for months. If they were to start a faction, originally I thought this was going to be Cena. I thought this was going to be a Cena-led group. It's not. It's a Seth-led group. Cena ain't got nothing to do with this. Which leads me to believe Cena's not the one that sold his soul to The Rock. Seth is. And it makes sense. This whole squad, this whole deal is being created by The Rock. Even though I don't really think The Rock has anything to do with anything. But they're going to make it that way. The Rock's going to make it that way. Dwayne Johnson's going to make it that way. Whatever, I don't care. But anyway, last night was decent. I'm not at all. Here's what I'm going to say about last night's show, guys. I know I'm missing a lot of things, and I'll do more videos. I've just kind of been caught up in everything in my life this week, so I haven't been able to get on here. I just want to put something out there about what happened this weekend, so you guys knew I was still alive, I was still here, and I've been watching everything that's going on best that I possibly can. But guys, I'm going to say this. I'm going to end the video with this note. Last night on Raw, it was decent, right? But I'm not doing what I did last year, Triple H. I'm not eating your food. I'm taking a step back and I'm watching what you're doing. Because last year I bit. Last year I bit on your bullcrap. And you served us garbage for the rest of the year. I'm not doing that now. Mania last year was outstanding. And then we were just fed garbage for the rest of the year. So I refuse to give in. I refuse to eat what I got last night and just hope and pray and wish that the rest of the year is going to be like that. Because last year it was not. Now, I done talked to a few people, these eaters out here already, that are all stoked about last night and about how that's just setting it off for the year. It's how it's going to be. No. I'm not doing that. I don't get fooled twice like that. That ain't happening. Now you keep up this momentum and know that last night was decent. I'm not mad at all about last night's show. Okay? But your train record, your track record, okay, your train wreck is what I wanted to say, tells everything. And it ain't good. You do not have a good track record with me. You don't. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what goes on, what happens going forward. And like I said, last night Raw was great. I hope it maintains. I hope it keeps going. We're going to find out more Friday on SmackDown. I'll be back tomorrow with another video, more than likely, talking about the last couple of days, maybe little bitty things that happened. I just wanted to do a quick 10-minute video with you guys and let you know that I have been watching everything. I've had some real serious family issues this weekend, and I haven't been able to get on. But I love you guys. Thank you all for watching today, and I'll be back tomorrow. We'll see you on the next one.